I need everybody to say, JB, play the movie.
Y'all already know what's going on, man. We here. Shout out to my guy, JB, behind the camera. I got my guy, Castro, in the building, Mr. Wild Strong, man. Man, we here on an episode of Rivalries. So, me and Castro, when was it, 2020, right?
Yeah.
2020.
Pandemic.
Me a pandemic. I had my rival with the PGs at the time. It was current, and I battled Castro. I want to say that was at the end of October 2020, right?
Yeah.
All right. On your end, right? Because this is one thing they never gonna know when they watching the battle. They just see the battle. They just care about what happens in the battle. Yeah. But it's a whole on your end. How does the battle get set up for you? Because I know we gonna have two different.
So how I got set up?
Because I know it wasn't originally supposed to be me and you.
So originally it was supposed to be. So this is what they did. They came to me originally. It was like, all right, we got either Swave Sever for you or we got Rock. Oh no, it was Swave Sever or Rock. And I was like, Tay-Rock, easily. And I was like, easily, hell yeah, give me Tay-Rock. And you know, that's no violate the Swave Sever a legend, you know what I'm saying? But then I guess whatever happened with Mook, like Rock had to step in for that Mook battle.
Cause Briz. Yeah, cause Briz, yeah.
So then they was like, yo man, you know, Rock can't do it, we might have to reschedule. And I was like, damn. And then I got a call and they said that you was willing to step in. So I was like, oh shit. My son, the PG killer, let's get it, nigga, let's get it. I mean,
yeah.
So that's how I got set up on mine. I mean,
so where was Sean? Because I know it was something you wanted to battle Sean too, though, right?
Yeah.
So he was never in the equation, though.
No, all right. Sean didn't want to take the battle.
Okay.
He was doing he was online like, nigga Sean was like,
his back.
Yo man, I want me to battle these new niggas, man. These niggas ain't. Nigga Sean was in his bag. Yeah. He was like, man, these new niggas is whack. These niggas not nice. And I'm like, what? This nigga think I'm not nice? So then I was like, all right, fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even finna chase dog because I don't care to chase nobody for a rap. I just want to rap. But then when they booked me versus you, I was like, all right, this is my chance to show dog that I'm dead nice. Like, I don't know why he think I'm ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he was doing a whole Twitter campaign like, these new battle rap niggas is ass.
Yeah.
These new niggas is not good enough. Y'all trying to get me to battle these niggas for what? Like for what? I'm like, yo, what? They was like, yo, nah, you need to battle Lou. He was like, who is that? Yo, after the battle, Sean came up to me. He was like, yo, man, because that's all I be looking for, the respect from my peers, bro.
Yeah. For me, it was, so a lot of people don't know this, like, this is one of the few times I was going at it with URL. Because you remember, this the same year the Caffeine deal takes off. Mm-hmm. So they got the event with Genesis. Mm-hmm. Me, I want to be a part of everything.
Yeah.
So I'm not a part of Genesis. I'm like, okay, I'm not a part of Genesis. Then they start coming out with the Caffeine deals. I don't have no Caffeine deal. Yeah. So I'm like, what's going on there? Right? So we going through all of that. Then the pandemic hits. And then now I'm shook. Because at this time I'm eating wild crazy. I got asthma. I got high blood pressure. And you know the news is, they pumping, yo, if you got those risks, you out of here. So I don't, that's why I'm not outside that whole time. If you watch during the first Caffeine events, I'm not even a part of it. I'm not there. I'm inside the whole time virtually. So now we finally come to a deal around, I want to say September, because I believe the Vixen battle was at the end of September. I had to make sure I had the right angle before I stepped in front of this camera. You know, I didn't want to mess this up. You know, behind the scenes, as long as you stick to the script, you get a different treatment to earn your respect and trust. You get a little hyped and boom, then you're doing whatever it takes for the extra bucks. It's male dominance, lower a woman's confidence so they never tell the director's cut. You ain't a vixen, you a victim, but only a few can see. I mean, you showed up for the screening, got a name and don't even know the meaning, but this ain't nothing new to D. See the dots in the holes? They gon' hate I'm cooking. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna put you down, but still make you the greater woman. The middlemen belittle in the negotiations when the checks bounce. You got this image that they sketched out. But what's the sense of revealing this body if it can't take the X out? There I go showing too much. I'm preaching, keep your lips sealed. The only way I want to see Vixen button on the card is if it's a tip drill. They coming for E, I know, it's a secret. Tell them keep it with all of that freak shit. You putting all that work in the car and they ain't even tell you you can lease it. Oh, you trying to trick me because you bossy. If you want to change your mind, you still can. I mean, your milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, but it never got you a real man and you're more stressed. And if we talk sex, sex. You got this wet ass pussy on camera, but can't keep a nigga faithful offset. We came to a deal, and then it was like, all right, boom, we gonna start the caffeine shit off with Vixen and Lou. So that's when I knew, like September, I was like, all right, bet, I'm gonna battle Vixen and I'm gonna battle Lou. Now, what's so crazy is originally in my mind, I'm like, yo, cause the reason why I brought you is cause you are the beginning of, even though I was doing it versus Vixen, it wasn't clean, but you're the beginning of No Gun Bar DNA. Yeah. So when I originally go to battle Vixen, I'm planning to start it there, but then I get nervous. So I feel like, and me, I try to learn from every battle. I get nervous to start like fully going into the No Gun Bar. Well, no, let me change that. I didn't announce it. I was doing No Gun Bars versus Vixen, but I didn't make it a thing. Like I didn't say, yo, hey, I'm not talking about guns no more. So after that battle, the way that battle goes, when I get to you, I make it a point that like, that's why the battle was like, and I know you might feel this way too, like to me, my battle with you was bigger than you. Because I didn't have a problem with you. I know. It was like.
I saw what it was though for him. Yeah. I was like, this ain't about me. And I had to make it that kind of thing for me. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the people that I battle, I don't have no ill intent versus them. You know what I'm saying? No matter how aggressive I am, no matter how serious I take the battle, most of the people that I battle, I'm not gonna have no ill intent towards them. So I know that there is a bigger driving force. So I knew that you had a bigger driving force for this battle, especially for how they played you with the Vixen battle. Yeah, like so then, and me in my mind back then when I'm that competitive, it's like I can never, ever lose twice in a row, right? Even if I don't feel like I lost, just lost that battle.
No, me either. But I'm saying to the consensus of the people. Yeah, like when I go and battle Sean and I lose, I tell myself there's no way I could lose to Chilla because this will be 2 battles in a row that they saying I'm losing. So after that battle happens with you, I'm like, okay, I'm doing the No Gun Bars. I didn't get the reception, and this is what the part that I think the audience doesn't understand. Like, this whole thing is a mental thing. So when something doesn't take off for you, it takes a lot in your mental to say, I'm gonna go do this again, and it didn't really work the way I wanted to. So with you, I'm like, yo, I'm going to make it a point at the beginning to tell them, yo, listen, I'm not doing no gun bars in this battle. So when you on the other side, like, what is your writing process like when you got a battle? Because you don't know that I'm not coming with no gun bars, or did you?
All right, my writing process when I was walking into the battle is misdirection. When I say misdirection, is like the whole time I'm writing, I'm thinking of a way to catch everyone off guard with the next punch. So like by the time I'm getting to my first punch, it's like you not even expecting it to be where it's at. You know what I'm saying?
I'm so certain this whole perping up early, old person, the bros lurking. If they're shooting greenlit, they won't miss. Shotgun, pump action, shish. The strong shit, say cheese. Bucking is muggy, homeless. Let's get into something. I click it and tuck it. Real fast, it can go for me. Whipping the pot, the you kicking a bucket. Boy, you done in the streets.
So that was my strategy. It was about staying consistent throughout the whole entirety of the material and not slowing down. Like rapid fire.
Yeah. So when we end the battle, what round would you say? What was your best round that you feel like you had for me, and what round did you feel like hit you the hardest for me?
My first round was my favorite round.
Yeah. I would. For me, I would say, like, it's so crazy. For me, I would think your first round was the best round you had for me. I liked my second round the most for you, but the round that was the most impactful out the battle, I would say, for me, was the third.
You're not hot. Your stock dropped. I thought you'd be at Nome. The ops watch with the pot stop. Now you gotta move on your own. Knock, knock, you there? I never thought this dude be alone. Oh, you just in there with the Desi acting. It's about time I let Luke see him home. And we gonna have a ball. Gang, nigga. Oh.
I think since this rock battle, that was the most competitive battle I've had. Like, I'm talking about, like, I could tell that the person who I'm rapping against, he has it set in his mind that he has no other option but winning.
Yeah.
No other option but winning. Like, he already set in his mind, like, from start to finish of his material, he planning on winning all 3 of these rounds.
Yeah, for me, it was like, it was so crazy because there's not too many times I'm experimenting, but in that battle with you, I was experimenting on that new concept, that new idea of like doing no gun bars. And it was also like at the same time, I still gotta be DNA while doing some new shit. Like that's what I was figuring out in the battle. Like, cause I felt like it, you know how we do when we battling. I'm still in doing this. So now I can't even, you get what I'm saying? Now I can't even throw my, cause I'm like trying to figure out what's my new way. How do I perform this? Yeah. But that's why I say the second, cause the material was good. And I think people was more shocked on the approach I was taking. So I had them wowed on, yo, this guy's able to really put some crazy bars together without doing it and the writing process. But the second is when I started, it was that flow pattern, whatever. Ooh, we didn't know him. The pot stop, knock, knock. The dude didn't know him. Knock, knock. Who's there? Never thought I'd see this dude be alone. Oh, you just in here with the Desi acting. It's about time I let Lucy I'm home. Once I did that, that's when I was like, yo, all right, I'm in my bag. But you was in that in the first.
Oh yeah, let's do this. What are you on, drugs? Get your vest. You must be on some Kanye. For that, you get the West. Mix it, Kanye. I erupt. Pompeii for you talking out the side of your face and making me feel some kind way. I'm the best they get. I'm the best they get.
If I feel some calm way, doing all that.
I was trying, like, that's why I said the flow patterns, the misdirection and shit like that, like downhill shit, because I was like, once he picks up, he's not gonna slow down, you know what I'm saying? It's certain battlers that once they start rapping, like get into those pockets, you like, all right, he downhill from here.
Yeah.
Every time I get an announcement, niggas be like, yo, I want to see you in that bag you was in verse DNA.
Yeah.
I want to see you in that bag you was in verse such and such. But they always mention the battle that me and you had.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'll be like, all right, the people like this type of battle from me. So try to stay here or higher, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like our battle was super, super, super underrated. Like in terms of like, just on a scale like that, I feel like that was one of the best battles that happened that year.
It's because with me, I'm telling you, I don't feel a need to do too much to promote a battle. Like when I say feel a need, I mean like the extra shit that come with battle rap. So when you got a nigga who doesn't thrive in negativity, it's kind of hard to like draw towards that, bro, because you gotta look at what.
But we sold that battle though.
Great battle.
But you know what's crazy though? I just feel like that's just the culture being the culture, because I feel like we sold the battle.
Exactly.
We sold that battle that one weekend in the parking lot.
That's why. But this one.
I was smacked.
I was fried.
Nigga, I had that whole bottle of Moet, right? No, because with all due respect to JC, he said JC did his job because he had a fucking debatable battle. That's not doing your job. When you battle a nigga and it's debatable, you didn't do your fucking job. My fucking job is when you in a fucking grave 6 feet under.
But that's
doing my fucking job.
That's not gonna happen with me.
It is gonna happen.
That's the difference. You don't understand. I'm too fucking electrifying. That's what I'm trying to tell this nigga. I'm too fucking electrifying. That's what I'm trying to show niggas. That's what I'm trying to show niggas.
And I'm only back out here to do my fucking job. So yeah, me and you was promoing right there. And for me, I went that hard. That's when I came out with do your fucking job. JB's in the footage.
Do your job.
But I did that, right? I did that to myself because I had to hype myself up. I was like, yo, once I say all of this shit that I'm gonna say, there's no way I could come in this battle. Like I just set the bar for myself. That's why I talk shit, because I'm like, it motivates me to be like, whenever I drift off, that I gotta be at this. Yeah. And I took like, yo, that period right there from Vixen up into Hollow, I feel like that was the most I was like concerned with my actual material. Yeah. And that's the reason why I was like, I always look at everything like a blessing in disguise. To me, COVID, like for you started, like, you gotta think my career is backwards, right? We come out the gate, our goal is never to stay in that small room. Our goal is to, how do we expand this to make this larger than life? So I get to the point of, on a regular, I'm in front of 1,500 to 2,000 people. And the general consumer that's watching it doesn't understand what happens in the venue because they're not coming there. Yeah. So they don't know these people, and you know, shout out to Caffeine, because Caffeine, you know what I mean, gentrified URL. Now URL does events one time. Prior to Caffeine, they lived up the real nigga time, right? So you gotta think, when the doors open at 1, the battle don't start till 4. So me just being a student of the game, when I'm watching, okay, these people been on their feet for 3 hours, they see nothing. I need to get up here early. Now they're drinking. Now they went outside and smoked. They're not ready to hear the first bar connect to the fourth bar. They want the shit that's right there.
Yeah.
That's why I was doing the current events, but at the same time, it's a double standard to now where I can't be upset at the consumer because that's the body of work I'm putting out. So that's what they judging me off of. So when COVID comes around, they say, yo, DNA don't got a pen. That's the thing. And the only time I ever got credit for it was with Mickey, but that's like a one-off. Okay, we go in that room one time, but now every other battle we do, we're back on a big stage.
Yeah.
So now we have a period where there's no more stage.
Yeah.
So that's when I was like, it was nothing for me. I could have been did what I was doing versus you, but I just know I didn't have the opportunity to unlock that. So that's why I was happy. I'm like, all right, this is COVID. We're gonna be in this room. I get to show all these niggas that ever doubted my pen. That was my motivation. Like, yo, I could really rap. I could really get layered. So that's why I was just like, yo, this shit is going to be, you know what I mean?
One of them battles.
Yeah.
My mom was saying the same thing. I'm like, he has a name already. Like there's this PG killer thing. And I'm literally the epitome of that because one, I literally had to trust the process. Dead serious. Like that battle for you, like that battle for you was me just trusting the process of showing up and battling, like having 4 battles that didn't drop on URL. Like I had like 4 battles that ain't drop on URL. Gangster, bro. 2 battles niggas done threw up against me on URL, you know what I'm saying? So staying consistent and then getting that actual opportunity to compete against somebody who's has a point to prove, I think those is the little building blocks that I needed, you know what I'm saying? Like, and yeah, man, my thing was to prove that I could rap too, you know what I'm saying? Making sure people understood when I was walking out of there that, nah, this nigga could rap, like he's nice, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like I accomplished that, especially like right after that, me and Sean teamed up.
Yeah.
Sean literally went from saying, these niggas is whack to, yo, bro, let's get
He
it.
was an honorary, this nigga was an honorary NWX member.
Yeah,
That's a
you know
fact.
what?
That's a fact. That's a fact. This nigga was an honorary
Yo, all
NWX.
these rookie niggas is ass, bro. I'm not battling with none of them. Yo, you all right, bro? You good? All right, bro. I ain't gonna
Yo, I remember, but see, this is the thing that I'm saying of like, maybe I'm just old, but I don't feel like that feel is there no more. Like even just that feel when we rapping, bro. And JB, that was you that shot that, right?
For sure.
Yo, but this is what I mean, that everything goes into a battle of the genius of we're battling in a store. And you just, what makes it so ill is when I'm saying the bar, you see drugs going like this, looking out the window. You see War going like that for you out the window. That whole aesthetic of the window, bro, that made it look like something special. Like what, yo, if they watching this, if these, who are these niggas that got people outside in the middle of the winter watching them battle? That whole aesthetic just made the battle. Like when I watch that battle, it's like a time. It's like a time capsule.
It captures a specific moment in time that the whole world was experiencing, and you only can understand why it was happening like that because you had to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like that time period where like everyone couldn't be in the venue.
No, that's what I'm saying.
They still wanted to hear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Remember, they had the phone out, they right outside, but because of COVID being careful, you can't have that many people in the room. They had the phone listening, but watching.
Crazy.
Like on some old school, like nostalgia, like, but I feel like that creates moments. Like even now, like this shit, like, I love it, but really, like, I'm gonna tell URL that, like, now when they do outside, I really think it should be outside. We just did the Chess and Eunice face-off. We was doing a wrestling watch party, and right after that, we did the face-off right outside of it, and that face-off was crazy. They was doing push-ups outside and all. Like, that natural aesthetic is just like
when me and Saga battled.
Yeah.
That
was crazy.
That is probably the visually one of the best battles I've ever had. When me and Saga battled in that alleyway.
Yeah, that was crazy. 2023.
Oh man, bro. I was like, what? I wish this shit was 3 rounds. I fucking battled this nigga in the alleyway.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy, bro.
Yo, but what's so crazy about, just to sum up with our shit, is that, like, I don't think people understand that, and that's why I do these, to understand, like, when you genuinely care about the craft, just as happy as you was to say, yo, I had a crazy performance with DNA, I was just as happy to say, yo, I unlocked something else new. You would have thought I got a shot that day.
Yeah.
How I left and the reaction of people, and I knew, like, and that's what I mean, like, when you get to the point, I feel like you reached that point now of where it's intent. Like, I feel like that was my last level of trying some shit and then saying, all right, at this point, it's no more of me even using the word trying. Now this is just me saying, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Cause it's one thing cause it was a point in my career where I tried things out and said, wow, this worked. Yeah. And then after that no gun bar stretch, it was to the point where I'm like, it's intentional. I'm gonna do this, that after this, and this is gonna work. I even knew how the reaction was gonna be on the internet when they finally understood, all right, he's doing no gun bars. And that shit went exactly how I wanted it to go. That's why I'm like, yo.
You gotta visualize it and just do it.
What's crazy is, but I'm gonna ask you this, what's your best version of DNA? Cause for me, that's it. But I know everybody else got their different, you know what I mean?
My best version of DNA is that DNA that battle Ines. But that's my favorite DNA. That's one of my favorite DNAs. Yeah. But the best version, like I'm talking about like, attack version, yeah, probably versus me. That's one of the best versions of DNA. That battle, I was like, damn, bro, I can't even waver a second, because if I look like I'm being affected by the shit he doing, it's gonna get bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that was the same, yeah, like, it's rare that I feel like that in a battle.
Yeah.
It's very rare. I done battled a lot of niggas, man. There's probably like 3 niggas that made me feel if I waver, yeah, this shit can get bad. Even if my material good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, I think, yeah, probably versus me.
Yeah. The only person that I feel like kind of neutralized, I was hoping he was here to talk about it, was Geechee. He's the only person that neutralized no gun bar DNA because he didn't even try to go that route.
What he stand for.
Yeah.
It's because of what he stand for. He's Geechee. He's the West Coast Crip. You feel me? Like,
yeah. I'm not gonna lie, that shit, like, let me ask you this before, then we're gonna end on this note. Because I'm gonna use that. That's the one time, right? And I could be honest, I feel like niggas should keep it. I was mad after that battle. I wasn't mad at him. No, I was mad at the bullshit. Like, this nigga really, I just went up here and probably displayed some of the best lyrical material to come at somebody that stands for this. And this nigga called me Gary. This nigga called me Gary. And niggas is saying I lost the battle because I'm Gary.
Nigga, you a bitch. Nigga, you's a mark. Nigga, you's a lame. Nigga, you's a nerd. Nigga, you soft. Nigga, you frail. Nigga, you look like you a tail. Nigga, you's a buster. Nigga, you's a sucker. Nigga, you look like if your bitch told you she fucked another nigga but say she won't do it again. Nigga, you look like you a truster. Nigga, you's a weirdo. Nigga, you scary. Eric, nigga, you look like your name Gary. Yeah, nigga, you beat me on BET for $25,000. Yeah, but you ass here. Nigga, you just started getting pussy last year.
Like, bro, that was, yo, I promise you, I had like 17 arguments after that. Like, yo,
simplicity is key.
Key, bro.
Yo, listen to me, gang. How you feel is exactly how I felt about Your Honor. Your Honor,
when he went viral with that joint.
Stumbled and fumbled throughout that whole battle. You know what I said to myself? I said, I'm going to prove to every last one. P was like, yo, you got Your Honor. What you gonna do with him? I'm like, he can't fuck with me at all.
Yeah.
At all. Like, I was really arrogant walking into that battle. I'm battling and I'm rapping some of my best raps ever.
None of that shit matters.
Dude, I'm better than you. My shape are better. My car faster. My drip better.
Unfinished thirds. This a favor. I'm better than you. My shape up better. My car faster. My drip better. My clothes fit better. My hoes better. My tattoos better. I'm stronger than you. My bitch thicker than yours. My gun's bigger than yours. My gun's bigger than yours.
And the room is literally in shambles. And I'm like, God damn. I'm like, I did all of this just for this to be the thing?
Yo, bro, that shit was so... Cause you know what's crazy though? I needed that to happen because I got so much in a, like, right? You know when you're trying some new shit and it's working, you get so much in a technical space. So that brought me out of the technicality of like... I
feel like that's an arrogance we got.
Yeah, let me go back.
Lyrically that
let me go back to... No, because a regular DNA outside of no gun bar DNA, I try other things. Like, you know, I got jokes in my shit, I perform, I break it up. I'm not stiff.
Let me ask you a
like,
question.
no gun bar DNA, that's the only critique I would give to that version of me is like...
Let me ask you a question. So what was your approach for Geechee? Like, you were basically like, you was doing the no gun bar thing, right? Mm-hmm. But you, like I said, that approach versus specifically him, what he stands for, you gotta dress it up. You rapped at him. You were showing that you were lyrically better than him. And he like, man, his whole aura is, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
None of that shit.
So trying to prove that you're better than him.
Yeah, when we but that's why I tell people after years of battling,
you gotta see shit like that.
You still got it. You still learning.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I would say I would come back, because it's things in 2 years that I learned. Like in that battle, I learned that like, yo, what am I trying to, you feel me? Like when I'm battling King Los, or when I'm battling Real Sick, or when I'm battling B-Dot, that battle is about, let me show you I can rap better than you and go to that level. With Geechee, it's just outclassing him. And at that point though, my mom was already, I was high off the battle with you. Remember, you're right before him. So I'm like, yo, they just love what I did with Lou. Watch what I do with this. I'm about to take the Mafia. Remember, this is I'm about to take the Mafia scheme. I'm about to break down the shit with Coffee and no other way. I'm about to do. Nobody gave a fuck about none of that. Yo, DNA, bro, your new name is Gary.
Yo, bro.
Your new name is Gary.
Crazy. Yo,
bro, and then you remember what happened. So then after that, I'm left with that going into the Av battle. Cause I had Av. Remember this? I took Geechee and Av in 2 weeks' time.
Crazy.
So I had to just figure it out. And even though Geechee did that, you can't tell me I didn't win. I still feel like I won. But whatever. Yeah.
That's the problem. Like winning a battle. Like, bro, I be feeling like I win battles, but sometimes niggas be winning the war.
Yeah, he won the war.
That one clip that go viral is like, that's all people be remembering.
He definitely won the war. I feel like I won the battle. Sure. But then with Av, that's when I went back to mixing like old DNA with new DNA. If you ask me which is the best version of No Gun Bar DNA completely, it was Av. I was doing I was floating on Av. Like I was doing, I was doing everything version. Cause I was real schemy versus you, and I was real schemy versus Geechee. With Av, I was getting out of that. I was just going one-liners, but I was just one-lining them without the gun bar.
Yeah.
That nigga said, what I said, I took even taking the Martin Luther King role, knew was gonna put Av in a bad spot. Like I was wilding in that battle.
I was gonna put Av in a bad spot. They always put that Martin Luther King in
always. Why they do us like that? Martin Luther King is always in a bad neighborhood, bro. Always. Like how a nigga that stand for peace is always in a
bad spot.
Always in a bad neighborhood. But yo, man, I really after this, I'm about to go watch Me and Your battle today, man. I'm gonna go watch that shit back.
Flight, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna download that, run it back on the flight, man.
Facts.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.